Welcome to Cooking with Bae. I'm your host, Lindsay, also known as Animal Based Bae, and today we are cooking slow roasted whole chicken. And here is why you should ditch chicken breasts over whole cooked chicken. Well, it is the priciest cut, and not only that, it's the least nutritious for you. Getting a whole bird really has such a dense profile of micronutrients, and not only that, it yields more. You can also make broth from the bones and all those other things, so you'll definitely get more for your money in a whole bird. Not only that, but a lot of different producers also subject them to a bleach bath, so your chicken can be bleached. It could also be pumped full of fluids and other ingredients that you may not want. So I'll tell you how to steer clear of getting chicken that could be altered in just a moment. Here is what you will need to create a slow roasted whole chicken. You'll need broth. Honestly, you can use beef broth if you'd like. You can use chicken broth. I just find it really hard to find and source chicken broth that is to my standards, that's high quality. But if you do maybe get corn and soy free chicken wings or chicken drumsticks or something like that, you can take the bones, repurpose it, and create your own broth from things like that. And then that's how you get your broth, right? Just any chicken bones, again, preferably from high quality sources. I get my chickens from North Star Bison, this one in particular. And so this is about a 4 to 5 pound chicken that I will be cooking. And then you'll also need some salt just to kind of coat the outside and season it. This is more of a preference as opposed to how much exactly you'll need. And then you'll also need some lemon. I used a whole lemon for this bird. So let's start into the prep work. We're gonna take our whole chicken and we'll give it a nice wash. So I'm going to wash it in my sink and put the water on low because, fun fact, salmonella, you get salmonella mostly from water just splashing in different places as opposed to the meat itself. That's just a fun fact. Though, if you also source your chicken and things properly, typically those diseases and things like that and bacteria are minimized. So you've washed your bird. Now, what I like to do is take some paper towels. Now, this is non-bleached paper towels, 100% bamboo. So I know some of you might be like saying, don't do that, it has chemicals. Not this one. So, and it's very rare that I actually use paper towels. I typically use reusable, but when you're patting your chicken dry, I do keep a stash of just a roll really of paper towels. So. Now, by drying the bird, what you're doing is you're obviously absorbing the moisture on the outside, because what I like, and what maybe many other people like as well too, the whole reason behind good chicken is the crispy skin. So taking out that moisture will really help give you that golden color and crispiness. So one of the things I did forget to mention was quality olive oil is what I will coat the chicken with. So of course you can use any animal fats, but I kind of find that olive oil is really good, once again, to help with that crispiness of the skin. So that's my favorite go-to. However, be careful of counterfeited olive oils. Just make sure you're sourcing quality. I have my suggestions down below. So go ahead and coat your chicken. Then we will add salt, which I put in a little separate jar because I'm gonna keep putting my hands in there. And raw chicken, though, again, I could definitely be comfortable with eating this raw chicken with how good this is sourced. However, it's nice to be cautious sometimes. A little bit of a rebel. Anyway, okay, let's rub our chicken with the olive oil and salt. Get all the good parts, then I'm gonna flip it over and then do the same thing again. So now for a bit of a citrus flavor, I like to add lemons. So I slice them pretty thin. Again, all you need is one whole lemon. So next you'll stuff your cavity with some of the lemon slices. Now I did say that you need to be wary of where you source your chicken from. So some producers, once again, tend to give your chickens a bleach bath. So here are ways that you can sort of skip that process and not get a bleached chicken. Essentially, source from your local farmer, know your farmer. Once again, I have recommendations down below because it's really hard to source quality chicken. All right, so also what I'm doing real quick is I'm taking open, like I'm pulling the skin away from the breast, and I'm stuffing some lemon in there too, as you can see, and that will really take in the flavor of the lemon as well as tenderize it a bit. And do the same thing on the other side. Just have to pull the skin away from the meat. Find that area where you can do that. Might be up top actually. There we are. The other thing is there should be on the label if you want to avoid any injected solutions, because this also increases the weight of your chicken, which, you know, no wonder why chicken is cheap, is because they just dilute it with sodium solutions and water. See how I'm putting that the lemon here in between the skin and the meat. Is it will have, the solutions will be on, they should be, according to the FDA, it should be, the USDA, it should be written on the package that there is added solution. So just be cautious of that if you don't want just a water-filled bird. So now our chicken is ready to be seared, again, to achieve that golden crispy outer layer. You can also put it in the oven too on high broil to get that as well, but I kind of like to put it in a pan with a little bit of olive oil. Our pan is definitely hot enough, and I'm coating it in olive oil. Give that a nice coat here so that when I drop it in, it's gonna sizzle and sear, and that's what I'm looking for. All right, okay, this can get a little tricky. We got 2 clamps. I'm gonna flip the bird to get the other side to sear. So, I have faith, maybe not. There we are. All right, get it on in there. All right, cool. So you can check out this like nice crispy looking skin, and this is more to kind of get the flavor so that it goes into the broth. So I'm gonna take the chicken, and maybe you guys might have better tools than I do here. This is just what we're working with. And then drop it in the slow cooker here. Okay, so again, this is a 6-quart pot by 360 cookware. This slow cooker is amazing. You put it on low. So the name of the game is low and slow until the internal temperature reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll take your broth and go ahead and pour it over the chicken. Yes, so that it can take up all that flavor. What I will also do actually is I'm going to pour some of the broth in this pan because I want that flavor. So I'm pouring that in there, and then I'll actually take a wooden spatula and sort of get any of the seasonings that, you know, between the oil and the chicken skin and the fat that got on the bottom of the pan, kind of scrape that up and then dump it in over the chicken like so. All the flavor, great. So if you do find yourself coming up short of liquid, you could also add some more water. And you want it, again, just about up to here where the chicken isn't fully immersed, but it's nice and in the liquids. And then you're gonna pop that top on and let it simmer. Don't overlook the effectiveness of a full body workout using just your body weight. My training routine emphasizes dynamic, functional exercises that mimic real life activities. Just like exclusively targeting one muscle group is comparable to relying solely on chicken breast for nutrition. Isolated movements can lack the holistic benefits of a full body workout, much like only buying a full bird ensures optimal micronutrient density. Engaging in this approach not only strengthens your joints and enhances dynamic movements, but also contributes to building strength for diverse activities like skiing and playing with my dog. Try it while your whole roasted, delicious chicken simmers in the oven. You also want this internal temperature of the chicken to reach 165, so it's climbing, it's almost there. And this has been about 2.5 hours or so, 3 hours. So depending on how big your chicken is, again, this is a 4 to 5 pound bird, and you know, how low or high you cook your chicken on. Again, low and slow is great for a nice moist chicken. So this is ready to go, and it's been 2.5 hours. So anywhere between 2 to 4 hours, you'll want to cook the chicken. All right, since the chicken is ready to go, I'm going to plop it in something a little bit more cute and presentable, like so. And then I will dump some of this broth in the chicken so that it sits even more in this nice juiciness. Look at this broth. So I'm carving it and plating it now, and as you can see, it's falling off the bone. So, you know you cooked a really good chicken when it just falls off the bone and into your mouth. So this has a great source of, you know, collagen, again, with all the gristles and tendons and ligaments. Like, this is what I love about cooking whole birds. You get all the nutrients from cooking with the bone, honestly. So all the bone marrow, calcium, all of that. So that's it. Now we enjoy the fruits of our labor, and it's actually not that intense. So really cool that you can just throw something in the slow cooker, or you can even use a Dutch oven. You can put it in the oven. So whether you have a slow cooker or a Dutch oven, pop it in there for a few hours, let it simmer, and set it and forget it. That's all it takes. So, and very simple ingredients, salt and lemon for something super delicious. And of course, I have a serving for this one because it is dog friendly. It serves me multiple times throughout the week. I don't have to have it every day, so it lasts in the fridge for a long time. So again, salt, lemon, it's subtle, it's amazing. You can even add honey to it if you like. You can even add other things if you want, but it's a really good base to keep it just salt and lemon. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. While you're there, hit the notification bell so that when other recipes drop, you'll be notified. Cheers.